And as you can see, I am not dead.
I'm back.
So my best friend's from Chicago, who's a Bears fan, is wearing a fucking Drew Brees shirt, knowing that we're going to a fucking Falcons game. Piece of shit. Man, fuck Tampa Bay. Falcons Nation, we out here. We about to beat some Bucs ass. Rise up. Here we are, enemy territory. They about to raise this L. The only thing they're doing today. Drew Brees sucks. Drew Brees sucks ass. Deion Jones with the game winner in overtime. That's what I'm talking about. Rise up. Hey, Rise Up Nation. Look at him. What up, Falcons Nation, Rise Up Nation? It's your boy Jazzy Jeff. Real talk, no gimmicks. Coming to you live from Raymond James Stadium, where the Falcons just won. Overtime, Deion Jones, game winner. I'll do a full video, but thoughts of the game. Our defense still sucks. Our interior defense still sucks. Our rush defense, we still need a defensive tackle. Isaiah Oliver ain't ready. Corners need help. And we still need more blocking from Matt Ryan, because clearly we can't block Shaq there. But shout out to Young Ho, whatever his name is, the MVP of the game. And shout out to Deion Jones. I'll break down more of this when I get back home. Happy New Year's. Rise up. I'm back. Falcons Nation. Feels good to be back. So much stuff has happened since I've last posted that I don't even got furniture anymore. Had to toss that mug out. It was peeling and falling apart. But it's okay. Your boy gonna get some new furniture in about another week or so. Anyways, what up, Falcons Nation, Rise Up Nation? It's your boy Jazzy Jeff. Real talk, no gimmicks. Bring that real Falcons talk to real Falcons fans. And I know your boy's been a minute. Just had a lot of life stuff happen to me, but some were great, some were, positive, and some were sad, but I had to get through them. So I hope everyone had a great holiday. I'm still in the holiday spirit, and I had a great time in Florida. Got to go to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers game, and I just want to say, first of all, respects to Buck Nation. Yeah, I might joke around, talk trash, but that's NFC South talk. I do respect Mr. Bucks Nation. He's the best YouTube video maker for the Buccaneers fan base. He does a good job out there. As far as the game goes, they got a real nice stadium. It's more a traditional stadium. The thing I don't like about their stadium is you cannot just walk around the entire stadium. It's cut off in certain sections. So if you go the wrong way, you have to go back all the way down or up the escalator, then go all the way back around just to get back up to the same spot on the other side. So that part really annoyed me because my boy got the wrong section, so it took us a good minute, and we almost missed the opening kickoff, but unfortunately we got there in time. As far as the end game goes, it was more of the same in terms of our defense, our interior defense. We were making Ronald Jones look like Todd Gurley out there, Ezekiel Elliott, Derrick Henry. I mean, the Buccaneers got whatever they wanted right up the middle. And I'm sitting there watching it just front and center, and it's like, I'm sick of getting ends, and I'm sick of, getting linebackers and corner. We need interior defense. I don't know how many times I'm going to say this, but I'm going to keep ringing the bell until it happens. The one time we actually invested in interior defensive tackle to put next to Grady, quality defensive tackle, was Dontari Poe, and we went to the Super Bowl. And everyone came alive that year because the interior defense got pressure on the inside pocket, allowed the ends to rush and crash, and it freed up a lot of people. So I just wish we can draft defensive tackle first pick of the draft. I don't want to hear nothing about no corners, no safeties. I don't want to hear nothing about no offensive linemen because we just got 2 last year, 1 and 2. And I don't want to hear nothing about no corners or another running back. That stuff can be later. Priorities, priorities, priorities. What else did I see in the game? We still have trouble guarding wide receivers. Isaiah Oliver still doesn't look ready to me. I said in this game, I was talking to a couple Buccaneers fans in the stadium, and I said, joking around, what concerns you about this game versus us? And they said, well, our defense can stop Jameis Winston, and sometimes Jameis Winston gives up picks. And they said, what scares you about the Buccaneers this game? And I said, Brashard Perriman, because going to this game, I'm like, Chris Godwin's out, Mike Evans is out. The Bucs ain't gonna be able to throw anybody, right? We should be able to shut them down, right? I said no. I have a feeling Brashard Perriman is gonna go deep and have a great game on us. And right on schedule, we couldn't stop Brashard Perriman. So I don't know. I still feel like getting rid of Alford was the right move, but having True Font, who's declining and not that good of a corner anymore, and Isaiah Oliver, who ain't ready, those two, that's not going to get it done. That's not Super Bowl caliber secondary. That might be a wild card type secondary, but that's not going to stop a Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl if we ever get there. So we got to shore that up too. But it all starts interior defensive tackles. What else I see during that game? Matt Ryan still getting put on his back left and right. I said before this game, I said it was another replay of Shaq Barrett owning our offensive line, but this time I got to see it live in person, and it was just as disgusting as watching it on my TV. I mean, I flew out all that way and then went to the stadium to watch the same thing I saw on my TV, Shaq Barrett owning the Atlanta Falcons offensive line. That guy is a monster, and we still struggle protecting Matt Ryan. That's an issue. Running the ball, another issue. Quadri Olson runs the ball well, but they never give him enough chances. I don't know why. Devontae Freeman was going nowhere the entire game. Quadri was actually getting positive yardage in that game, and including touchdowns. So I just pray to God we get rid of Devontae Freeman. We had a chance this year when the Lions offered him up, and DQ And TD did not make that move, and it was so wrong of them. We could have saved money, got him off the books, got picks for him, and now we're about to let him go just for money and saving money. I just don't agree with that. And I'm sorry, we should have kept Tevin Coleman. I don't care what any other person says. There's something to be said about a premium, about a back who can catch out the backfield better than Freeman, gets hurt less than Freeman. He's a better blocker than Freeman. He's more explosive than Freeman. He's faster than Freeman. He's cheaper than Freeman. I mean, the list goes on and on. In big games, Tevin Coleman was showing up in the playoffs for us. Devontae Freeman in big games, missed blocks in the Super Bowl that got Matt Ryan killed, took us out of field goal range, and you know the rest is history. So that is something that also needs to be fixed. That game also, we just like other games this season, we waited so long to get Austin Hooper involved in the game. By the time we did, it was too late, and the Buccaneers almost won. Yeah, I knew we won in overtime with the pick six from Deion Jones, and just so happens I was right on that side, and that was a beautiful thing to watch. But scoring points was a problem, and one of the reasons was we waited too long to get Austin Hooper involved. I hope a new offensive coordinator changes that. Dirk Cutter has stale offensive play calling. He calls plays like this is still 2005, 2000. This is a new era. You got to do new things. The college plays in the NFL is becoming a huge thing now, so we need to adjust and adapt with the times. As you can see that we just found out we're getting new uniforms. So I think it's time to update the new plays, new play calling, make it more creative. Get a guy who can run a jet sweep motion. Get guys who can do certain things that we haven't done before. Speaking about that, before I get into that, I also want to mention during this game, I know not all Buccaneers fans are like this, so please don't just say that I'm generalizing, because I'm not. But during this game, a particular Bucs fan that was sitting right in front of me, first of all, he's talking shit about the team, but that's fine because, we're supposed to talk shit back and forth. That's no problem. But this guy proceeds to make racist Asian comments about Younghoe Koo every time he went up to make a field goal kick. Now, the first couple times, it was like, oh, Younghoe, you suck, so I didn't say anything. But around the third time, he gets up there, and he says, oh, Younghoe, why don't you go eat an egg roll? Oh, Younghoe, you like shrimp fried rice? And he started, doing the whole stereotypical voice and stuff like that. And I told him because, my girlfriend is South Korean. I told him, I said, what is your problem with Asian people? I said, number one, the voice you're doing is a Chinese voice. Number two, the fried rice thing, that's a Chinese thing. That, like, the food you're naming to make fun of him are not South Korean or Korean food, because Younghoe's South Korean as well. And I said, well, anyways, what's your problem with Asian people? He didn't say nothing. He just looked at me, didn't say nothing, and kept watching the game. And if that's what y'all on, Tampa Bay Buccaneers fans, then it is more reason to hate you, because there ain't no room for that. And it's sad that today's society, we still see that. So it made me so happy when Deion Jones got the game winner pick six. I wanted to see that dude's reaction, because I got up and I was yelling. I was fist pumping right in this dude's face, like yelling. And he literally just got up and walked away. Didn't say anything. Didn't comment, didn't turn back, nothing. And so it just goes to show you people like that, they talk a lot of shit, but when the chips are down, they're little wusses and they go cry home. And that's what he got. So it made the victory even sweeter. What else about the game? Damn, it was hot out there. It was like 87 degrees, and it's an open stadium, and the sun is like right on your face. And I was dying out there. A brother was sweating, and they be charging $7, $8 for some water. So, and plus I've been drinking, so I'm dehydrated, and I'm like, man. But then I had to cave in and get the $8 water. So I mean, it's all good. I had a lot of fun, though. There's nothing like seeing the Falcons play up close. It's something that I love and cherish, and I had the opportunity to see them twice this year. So hopefully next year I'm gonna try to actually go to Atlanta to see a game. But those fans who live in Atlanta and have the opportunity to see their team play and choose not to go, I don't know what's wrong with y'all, and you guys truly don't appreciate the opportunity you have to go see them live all the time. So that's going to continue. This channel can continue. I'm so sorry. I've been away. I apologize to every person who watches my video, subscribes to my video, has been writing me or asking me, hey, Jazzy Jeff, where you at? I'm not dead. I had a lot of stuff happen to me. Then I got sick for 2 weeks. So I just want to apologize to Falcons Nation and say thank you for holding me down. And I appreciate all the other vid makers out there who've been, making great videos in my absence, because I've been watching those and following those. And a lot of them are up and coming and rising. I love to see that Falcons fans are starting to branch out and we getting bigger and more vid makers are coming out. And hopefully, I had a part of that, because, Lieutenant Dan and them had a part in me coming out to make a video. So hopefully that continues. Moving forward the season in my channel, I think it's too early to do mock drafts, so I don't want to do that just yet. The playoffs are still going on, but I'm going to talk further into Falcons news, the cuts, the waves, the moves we're making. We just waived Rashid Hageman off the IR. So glad we can get rid of him, because he was a failed project, and obviously he had some issues as well. The big talk of Austin Hooper and getting him paid is a big thing that's coming up around Falcons Nation. I saw some of the most disrespectful things about Austin Hooper. People are saying that Jaden Graham is just as good as Austin Hooper and he's easily replaceable. People are saying he's not Travis Kelce, so we need to get rid of him. Newsflash to football fans out there: Travis Kelce is the best tight end in the NFL. That's my opinion. I think he's better than Kittle's. It's not close to me. But just because we don't have Travis Kelce doesn't mean that we should get rid of Austin Hooper, who is still a Pro Bowl great tight end. That is nonsense talk to me. So it's things like that that just really upset me. I'm glad to see Matt Ryan and Gray Jarrett restructure their contracts to save us $12 million in cap space. We're going to need that moving forward. Hopefully we do not bargain bin dive this year and get these cheap players, the Jamon Browns and the Carpenters of the world, and think that these little Band-Aids are going to patch up our team to make a difference, because they're not. They're not cutting it. Remember, I told y'all to follow the Green Bay Packers model. Look at the Green Bay Packers right now. They were trash last year. Their defense was awful. They had Preston Smith, Zadarius Smith. They went out and spent money on 2 quality players, and look at the sack production. Aaron Rodgers hasn't even been great this season, but those 2 defensive studs have kept him in the game. Obviously, Aaron Jones is also good as well, but that defense has become alive in Green Bay, and it was all because the Packers finally came out their pockets to pay a quality defensive end, quality defensive tackles. And so I applaud the Green Bay Packers, and I wish the Falcons would do stuff like that, instead of trying to turn, shit into gold. I'm sick of doing that. I'm sick of the recycled players, the old veterans, the people no one wants. And for some reason, we think that, maybe if we coach them up, they're going to all of a sudden be A+ players. No, there's a reason why people don't want those players. There's a reason why people cut those players. There's a reason why people don't pay those players. And I think Dan Quinn has gotten real full of himself, because he turned unknown guys into great players in Seattle. And I think those guys were just untapped potential guys that were missed in the draft, but they were still great players. The Bobby Wagners of the world, the Richard Shermans of the world, the Cam Chancellors of the world, guys that people didn't really think that were going to be something and turn out to be great players. Now, I understand that there's exceptions to the rules, and sometimes you're going to get lucky, but you cannot bank on that every single time. So this year, I want more quality draft pick players, not waiting until the 4th, 5th round and thinking you're going to get, some defensive tackle from some small school and he's just going to be a hidden gem that no one knows about. I'm sick of doing that. Get the proven quality players and plug them in and let them do what they do. And then spend a little change, and I'm not saying break the bank on someone, like a Jadeveon Clowney. I'm saying spend money on the quality guys that still can play, still have a lot in the tank, who aren't A+ players, but might be a B or B+ player. Those are the type of guys you can build around and fix this team without completely retooling the team or re-scrapping the team. So those are things I want to look out for. I'll make other videos to talk more. I don't want to waste your time on my first video back. But you know what? I'm glad to be back. Because this is where I belong, with Falcons Nation, my favorite football team, the only team that I ride with. So, Falcons Nation, tell me what you think. What do you want to talk about next? What video should I make next? You guys can tell me in the comment section below. I don't want to make a mock draft because it's a little too early, the draft prospect, but I think I will start doing videos and highlights of players that we might be looking at and looking closer at their game and seeing where they're bad and seeing where they're weak. I'm going to start doing that. I'm going to keep up with the news that reoccurs in Falcons Nation. But Falcons Nation, tell me if you got a topic on your mind. Let me know in the comment section below, and I will talk about it. So until then, this is your boy Jazzy Jeff. Real talk, no gimmicks. I'm back. Sorry I've been away. I ain't going away this time. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. Hit that subscribe button for future content. Like, share, comment, and as always, Falcons Nation, we rise up.